In this breaking story, 82-year-old Mitch McConnell was injured in a fall. No, not that fall, a new fall, and I have the full report, including the extent of his injuries with photos, and the renewed debate that this incident is igniting. Outgoing Senate GOP leader Mitch McConnell took a spill at lunch today, and I have the latest about his condition and those photos in just a minute. But first, the conversation that is trending adjacent to this story is the renewed debate about term limits in the Senate and House and the question of age when it comes to the fitness of our leaders. Here's an MSNBC report that outlines why McConnell has become Exhibit A in the debate with a reminder of his term status.
Of course, this doesn't happen in a vacuum. McConnell has had some very public health incidents. Twice over the course of the latter half of last year, he had moments where he appeared to freeze on camera. Those health experiences were never really explained by McConnell's office, but we do know that he sought to reassure his colleagues and the press in the aftermath of those events. We have not seen any health scares like that from McConnell in the interim period from September through right now, but we do know that he has fallen in the past. There was a moment, I believe it was a year or more ago, where he fell leaving a fundraiser here in Washington and sustained some injuries. So we're, of course, waiting to hear. McConnell should be speaking alongside the rest of his Republican leadership apparatus. They do a weekly press conference around this time, and our understanding is that John Thune, who you see there on the screen, flanked by Joni Ernst and John Barrasso and others, other key members of McConnell's leadership team, that McConnell should be standing with them, and he is not. You got to remember that although he is the outgoing minority leader and Thune has been elected in his stead, McConnell is finishing out this Congress, which doesn't end until the end of the year.
And now let's take a look at some real-time reactions to McConnell's vulnerability while continuing to serve, and I've combined them with videos of those scary episodes that were previously mentioned. Art Candy wrote, "Mega spent years pointing out every time President Biden stumbled, but they're silent on 82-year-old Mitch McConnell falling over at lunch." And Janice Howe offered this sobering reminder, "As many responding to Mitch McConnell's fall are saying he is too old and needs to retire, may I remind everyone, at 78 years, 5 months, and 26 days, Donald Trump, the 45th and President-elect of the United States, is the oldest President-elect in the history of the United States." And I will award Lindsay O. Apaya with the most salient comment of the day. "This is terribly sad. Nobody is meant to live out their golden years in this way. We need a cultural shift in which people recognize the seasons of life and move gracefully from one to the next. It is time for the senator and many other octogenarians in power to retire." And now for the status of Mitch McConnell. Here's photos that were posted online that show a bandage under his eye and a brace on his wrist. Photo credit to AP News and J. Scott Applewhite. And this report from CBS is the most recent I found.
And Nicole, there was an episode revolving around Senator McConnell today. Catch us up on that.
Yeah, well, Leader McConnell suffered a fall as he was leaving the Republican Senate GOP lunch earlier today. A spokesperson confirms that he did sustain a cut to his face and also sprained his wrist. However, he has been cleared to resume his schedule. In terms of talking to other Senate leaders like John Thune, he said that Leader McConnell is fine. We also talked to John Barrasso, the GOP conference chair, who was present when this happened, and he said that Leader McConnell seemed okay, was well within his faculties. But for many of those who are aware of Leader McConnell's health challenges, this isn't the first time that he has fallen. Of course, he is a polio survivor, so that at times has affected his gait. But at least for now, Major, it seems like he's all right.
With all the latest information from Capitol Hill, Nicole Killian, as always, we thank you.
Did you hear what I heard? She said he seemed okay, well within his faculties, and seemed fine, according to others. That language is concerning to me, and it defies what I'm seeing with my own eyes. Ever since Crazy Pants Donald Trump ascended to the highest office, the term sane washing entered the lexicon to describe the efforts by some to normalize his odd ramblings. I think we need another term like age washing or cognitive washing to describe how some of our leaders who are obviously having episodic struggles get a free pass every time there's evidence of their natural decline. I am not ashamed to admit that I'm ageist when it comes to politicians. The fact is, retirement well before the age of 82 is common and a 100% normal and natural practice in every other sector. And in closing, I wish Mitch McConnell the best of health, and I wish he and some of his peers would put all of their energy to their health while relaxing in retirement.